All right. Well, we are back, huh? We're back at the 9 Club Stop and Chat. Today we have a special returning guest. Mr. Brandon Westgate is with us. How are you, bro?
I'm good. How about you guys?
Fabulous.
We just watched your part, and we're all stoked.
Yeah.
Sick. Thanks.
Hell yeah, dude.
Definitely, bro.
Let's just jump right into this, man. I don't care how you doing. That part, dude. Like anytime you come out with a part, it's so good, man. And I trip out on you because you just have this massive pop, you know. And we may have touched about it on last time on the show, but like, do you do anything? Do you ankle weights? How do you, is it just natural pop? Like, what the hell's going on?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I don't really do anything. It's just, I guess something that I figured out a long time ago, and I just
Lots of
kind of
practice.
ran with it.
Yeah.
And then a lot of people kind of guide me towards like spots like that at this point, you know.
I can
Like,
see that.
I got a spot for you, you know. So it kind of just comes to me, I guess.
They're like, I got a spot for you. Like, okay, now what am I going to ollie now?
Yeah.
What do you know?
What big ass gap you got for me now? What do you want me to get up?
That's what I liked about that part. It was all new spots I had never seen before, dude. I thought that was pretty interesting considering. Was that mostly filmed in Boston?
Yeah. Actually, I was kind of struggling this year just with obviously the whole COVID thing, and then I don't know. Yeah, it was just weird. But the city was like really dead. Honestly, I was like a little, you know, they made you nervous on the news to even go into the city.
Mm-hmm.
But once I started going in, it was like, oh wow, there's like a lot of stuff that's open, and you can skate because there's no one really wants to deal with you or get in your face or even talk to you. And
Sure.
it was the most dead I've ever seen Boston ever in my entire life. No traffic going in there. It was crazy.
It's like
Kinda
eerie.
Yeah,
Eerie.
Yeah.
I mean, you could
Right?
see in the
Yeah.
footage too. Like you were like, "What the hell? There's no one there." Like it's very
Bizarre.
it's
But
very
then you get to
bizarre.
skate spots that you were like, fuck, you wanted to skate those spots, whatever, probably years ago.
Yeah.
And now you're
Yeah.
like, fuck, this is the opportunity.
Yeah. I mean, Roger's from Boston. I mean, sure, he hasn't been back for a while, you know. We went back recently, but for Roger to be like, I don't know where these spots are. I've never
Oh,
seen
yeah,
these spots.
true.
Like, you know, it's pretty.
Yeah, that's the homie Tim Savage that I filmed with. That's what he's all about. He loves just like spot hunting and I don't know, just finding stuff and
I love those
taking
guys.
people there.
Those are called skate caddies. We love those
skate
guys.
caddies. Yeah,
skate caddies. Hell yeah.
for real, man. Wait,
Yeah, he's got pins all over the place.
Mason Silva, you know, he's got his skate caddy, you know,
Dude.
this
Yeah,
guy, the
yeah,
filmer, Ryan.
Yeah. I skated with him because he was doing some like element stuff for a minute there, and he's like the same thing. Like he'll like Google Map stuff, and like that's what Tim does too. He'll like find stuff, and then we'll just drive to what he found on Google Maps and like see if it's a spot.
Kind of saves yourself from driving. You just fucking Google Map it and look in the area.
Yeah, kind of. I mean, we drive a lot. We're covering like, you know, definitely some areas. Like we'll be up into the middle of nowhere in like New Hampshire and stuff like that.
Dude, that's some time and dedication, dude, to go on Google Maps and figure it. Because, I mean, they got the street view. You're looking at this. Like, man, that's a
But imagine
lot,
you go to
bro.
a spot way the hell out there and you go to look at it and it sucks.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm sure that probably happens quite a bit, to be honest.
He's kind of got like spots like on the way, so it's kind of like he's got it like it's like a whole itinerary.
It's so
type of thing,
sick.
you know, it's like I got this, and then like we could check this out and that, and I don't know. I kind of like those like the missions out there. Just kind of you never know what you're gonna find, you know.
Plus, you get to see some other areas, you know, just like the whatever, you know.
I like the areas outside of the city. They're just way easier to skate. There's like this. I mean, the city was easy this summer just because there was no one in there. But
Yeah.
usually when you get on the outskirts, like there's just no one. Like less traffic. Like no one's really doing it in your way. Like the city's a lot of like walking around and waiting for people and
Right.
all that. So
So you filmed that part in the summertime, pretty much, or from summer till now, pretty much.
there was a couple clips, like maybe one or two clips that was from like last summer.
There was one
but-
clip we were where you did like the ollie up and then front side 360 out. But like it looked like the trees were all, you know, they were bare. There's no leaves on them or anything.
So I went to Spain in February, and that's where those Barcelona clips came from. And right when I came back was when the whole COVID thing was kind of getting like shutting everything down. And then we skated the fountain like a week or week and a half after I came back. So it was like right before they locked down the whole city and took kids out of school and all of that.
Wow, man.
Damn, dude.
Well, that was a great part, man.
Yeah,
dude.
definitely.
Congrats, bro.
Thank you, guys.
And congrats on the shoe and everything. But let's just jump right into this, man. This is the 508. Now, this is your second shoe, correct?
Yep.
Second shoe on New Balance. Beautiful.
Yeah, it turned out amazing. Bro.
Beautiful
Thanks, yeah.
shoe,
I like
bro.
the gum and the cream.
Yeah,
I like
you know
that.
what? I'm kind of torn because Kelly has that one over there.
This one's buttery.
I like white and cream, but I'm also a navy guy too. You know,
This is more the crab color.
I'm just trying
That's
to
more
decide,
of-
like, if I had to pick between the two, which one would I
This
might
one
go
for
for the
sure.
blue.
Mhm. Yeah.
I might go for the. This is more my steez. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're both beautiful though.
No, they're both great.
What was the design process in this? Because the other shoe was a little more tech and a little more puffy, I feel like.
Yeah, so I just slimmed it out, and I took the sole off of another shoe, the 288. So it kind of has like a tapered sole, so like the heel's a little higher than the toe. So it kind
Yeah.
of keeps you like kind of keeps you on your toes, which I like that from that shoe, just because I feel like whenever I'm on my toes, it's like I don't know, I can just skate better. So a lot of times I get lazy and just sit in the heels, you know. But if I'm up on my toes, it just feels better. So I like that kept me like pitched like that. And then
Interesting.
also taking that sole, it helped keep the because I was trying to make the shoe like a little bit like price point like a little cheaper, you know, just because the first one was like, you know, it was more tech and a little bit more expensive. So I was trying to kind of slim that down. So taking that sole saved a lot.
I like that. I like where your thought process is, man. You know, because a lot of skateboarders, dude. I mean, shoes are important, right? But they blow out super quick, right? So some people pay $100 for some shoes. They're done in 3 weeks. You know, they got to get another pair. So I like your thought process, bro.
Yeah, because no matter how much like technology you got, like you're gonna rip through them eventually anyway. So
So
Yeah.
true.
yeah.
Anything-
And I like the toe cap. That's, you know, it's like one piece
Yes.
there, and the holes actually, those help out a lot. Those perforated
Breathable.
holes.
Yeah, breathable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there anything special about the insole at all? Because it says absorb.
Yeah, so it's just like it's like a little bit. It's almost like a memory foam. So it's like a little bit. It's just better than like a regular one because I was kind of for my first shoe there was a lot of support in the heel. So going to this one, it's a lot thinner. So I was just trying to make it just a little bit extra padding, you know.
It is a thinner insole, which is good with the shoe because the sole is thinner too. So if you have a thin sole but a thicker insole, you're going to defeat the purpose, right?
Yeah.
And then the 508, that's your area code.
Yep.
But also the 50, the numbers, the higher the number, the more tech.
Yeah.
So the 508 kind of aligned perfectly with this.
I just found
Yeah.
that out. I
You never knew that?
Never knew that. No.
Yeah, we learned that on the last show.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
didn't know.
Yeah.
You should have come here a lot more earlier. Bro. You could have had a lot more information, bro.
How'd you design like the side panels and stuff like that? Something that you came up with, or the designer that you kind of just work with, or?
Yeah, I just work with the designer Jeff. He skates and everything, so he's like,
Jeff Minkett.
yeah, he rips, dude. He's like, he's
Dude,
super good.
he used to work at Girl in Lakai, and super talented dude.
Yeah, he is.
And he's a ripper. That's rad to work with him.
Yeah, he's a ripper, and he knows like every little point of the shoe. You know, like, you know, he can, and he skates it too, so he knows like, you know, you could talk to him and he'll know like, all right, yeah, we got to tighten this up, and I'm like, oh yeah,
That's actually
That's
really important.
For sure.
You know,
Yeah.
you work with a shoe designer who skates and rips and is skating probably the samples that he's doing and figuring it out along with you.
Dude, that's amazing.
Yeah,
that's
actually.
amazing.
Yeah, that's really important.
and they get samples like really early, so like in that part, I had samples like pretty much throughout it, like throughout the whole summer. So
Nice.
the first ones were like, always the first samples are kind of like pretty shitty at first, so they
Sure.
come a long way with when they first start till now.
Well, you know, I mean, at the end of the day, right, they're pretty much sending them tech packs or sending them drawings, right? Or maybe
Yeah.
CAD stuff or whatever. But yeah, you gotta twist and tweak, you know, as you go.
and error.
Trial and error. Man, beautiful shoe, bro. What was the thinking without the stitching in the tongue here? You got the open foam.
Yeah, Jeff kind of he came up with that. He had like one in the beginning like that, and then one that was stitched, and I don't know. I was like, yeah, it looks pretty sick like that. He kind of like suggested that, and
Yeah, it's like an old school vibe. I remember seeing this quite a bit, and now it's actually kind of come full circle. And now I'm seeing it quite a bit on some newer shoes.
Love it, bro.
Yeah, it's a great shoe.
It must be a cool feeling, man, having your own pro model shoe on New Balance.
Ooh.
yeah, dude, it's a trip for sure.
Congratulations,
Seriously.
dude.
Thank you. Yeah,
Incredible.
Super blessed.
Yeah, there's only a few of you. Is there? Or there? How many guys got
Let's see.
those shoes on
You,
there?
Tiago,
Jamie Foy.
Jamie Foy.
And is
Is that it? I mean, sorry,
It's,
Rush.
Tim had one.
Oh, Tim.
He had a
What is
colorway.
Yeah, that's where it's kind of gets mixed up because I think now like a lot of guys are getting colorways, so I'm not sure if it's like Tom Knox had that high top one.
Yep. Right.
I think I'm pretty sure that was a colorway.
Yep.
No, I'm not sure.
No, I
'cause
think
it's-
you're right.
I think you're right.
yeah, but it still has his name on it. So.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'll take a colorway any day.
Yeah,
New
Frankie
Balance,
Villani
bro.
had a colorway.
Yeah.
He always has like the Halloween ones, I feel like.
He
So
must like Halloween.
yeah.
Yeah, if they're interested, bro, I'd love to have a colorway. Love that, bro.
Put out a video part like Brandon.
Oh,
did.
yeah? Okay.
Wait, did
I'll work on that.
PJ have a shoe? No.
Yeah, PJ had a shoe.
There you
Yeah,
go.
Okay.
That's right, he did.
I
PJ.
think he had two.
So we're talking about like
Yeah.
4 people.
Arto had a shoe too.
Who did?
Arto Sorry. You know who that is?
shit.
I've never heard of it. I don't know. He's a photographer, right? Congratulations, dude. And I do like, see, I'm not a fan of the leather shoes, you know? I just can't skate in leather, but I like how you did the leather with the suede. It's kind of this nice contrasting aspect of it. You know what I mean? Like throw a little leather in there, you know?
The
Yeah.
leather like that makes the shoe last a little longer, I feel like, on the stability wise.
Like it forms, it stays formed a little bit longer.
When it's all suede, sometimes when you sweat it so much, it just breaks
Oh, it
down.
collapses for sure.
yeah.
That's a skate shoe for you, you know what I mean? But
Yeah, for sure, dude.
There's only so much life you get out of a skate shoe.
How often do you go through shoes?
It just depends really on like what I'm skating, but 3 weeks,
3 weeks?
maybe.
Yeah.
3 weeks is like a good, because sometimes I like when they break into a certain point and then you run them like a little bit longer than you want just because they feel really good.
Yep. Yeah, that's about average, I think. 2-3 weeks, depending on what you're skating and how much you're
Yeah,
skating
like
as well.
wintertime, been skating the skate park a lot, so it's they've been lasting even longer. But
what skate park do you skate?
Skater's Edge. I actually went there before I came to my dad's house, but it was I guess like Monday and Tuesdays, which I didn't know. They have like rentals, so it's like a private rental.
Oh.
So they were like, yeah, you can't skate today, but
Whoa!
Damn, turn
Wait a
down
minute,
Brandon
man! Turning
Westgate.
down Brandon Westgate to skate the.
well, it's
Whoever's
like,
renting that place would love to skate with you. First of all, I'm just saying.
It was like
It's a birthday
it was random.
party.
It was a bunch of derby, like a rollerblade derby girls.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they rent it out sometimes just to like. I don't know what they're doing in there, but
Wow, dude! I mean,
Yeah.
listen, bro, that could be cool too. You got a wife, right? You got a
Yeah.
wife. Okay, well, listen,
wife,
man,
got a
maybe.
couple kids.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Maybe. I'm just saying, man. For those of you that don't, you know, those derby. Anyway.
Go to the derby.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, congratulations, man. I know we just started off the show just diving right into this, but we had to.
It's a big accomplishment, man. You
Seriously.
gotta celebrate it, right?
Yeah.
Listen,
thank you.
this day and age, Brandon, you know, with the skate shoes, not a lot of people have the pro models out there, you know?
Yeah, no, I'm tripping.
It used to be kind of not a regular thing, Jeron, but a lot of people had them. Every shoe company
Yeah.
had at least 5, 6, 7, 8 pro models.
It seemed like there was just like more shoe companies as well.
This is
maybe.
true.
I don't know.
It was very elite at first, and then it just got really everyone had one,
Yeah.
and then it shrunk back down again.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right?
Definitely.
Yeah. And I feel like even back then, if you didn't have a pro model shoe, there was the colorways as well. Like I had a colorway on audio,
Yeah.
but it was just I took this other shoe, put my name on, like it was almost like my shoe,
yeah.
but except it already existed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're doing the colorways a lot now too.
Yeah, definitely. That's like seems to be the protocol, especially like on the bigger dogs, like especially like Nikes and Adidas and New Balances. It seems like that's that's the program.
But think about it, like so many people are on Nike, and only a little bit amount of people get colorways on Nike, right?
Or a shoe.
Or is it a shoe? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome though. You got a shoe.
Yeah, man. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, no, I've been definitely blessed. I don't know.
Well,
I don't
listen,
know how it worked out, but
I'll tell you how it worked out because you're a very talented
No
skateboarder,
doubt,
bro.
bro.
That's how it worked out.
That's exactly it.
You know, well deserved, bro.
Yeah. And I don't mean to like gas you up too much, but it's very refreshing to see one of your video parts come out because it's like you did the one last year. It's just your style is so East Coast and it's kind of OG, like Donnie Barley-ish type of thing. It's not like you have your own style, but it's very refreshing to watch, dude. I just want to say congratulations and it's thank you for skating the way that you do because you inspire a lot of people, bro. Like straight up,
Yeah.
I saw a lot of people reposting it that are like my generation that were like, yo, we got mad love for you, bro.
And I bet
Thank
you
you,
get the
yeah.
I bet you get the Donnie Barley thing a lot, you know. Which is a great compliment.
absolutely, yeah. I hang out with Donnie all the time.
Isn't he rad?
Yeah, he's sick.
The funniest thing that I trip out on is Donnie Barley used to live down here, right? So I would skate with Donnie Barley all the time. And Eric Dressen.
Oh wow.
Not the two guys you would expect me to be skating with all the time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
little left field.
Donnie Barley is the man.
Yeah.
yeah,
Such a good dude.
Dude, do you remember?
And he has a trick named after him, for God's sakes.
yeah. Last time we hung out with him, we were with him. Never in Boston. You were cutting the boards. You were making
Yes.
the boards, and he was there too.
Reunion. Except for Eric D. Eric D.
Oh,
was
yeah,
in
yeah.
that. But that was a rad thing that you guys were doing with Element was, yeah, you're right. We were in Boston and they take the used
I
boards,
heard about that.
cut them up, put trucks and wheels on, and then give them to kids for like cruiser boards kind of, right?
yeah. They did it like a bunch of different ways. Like it was like, so sometimes they were kind of just like donating them at certain events, and then sometimes it was like if you buy a new board, you can get your old one like cut into a cruiser, and then you get the trucks and wheels and all that.
Which is cool, man.
Yeah, that was definitely a cool little
It's a
program.
cool program,
yeah.
dude. New Balance, huh? You guys got a great team, dude. Listen, Tiago
Yeah,
just posted a nollie hard flip today that just
I know. That was insane.
So good, dude.
Psycho. dude.
I commented on it and I just said, what?
Yeah.
Like this guy, bro.
Yeah, it was crazy how he flicked it, caught it, and like still turned it. Like the slow mo was, yeah, he's incredible.
insane.
Like
He
he
really
must
is.
see, like as we saw it in the slow-mo, he must see it that way. Like to have that much control and like pop it and turn it and then catch it and then turn, like
Yeah.
that's incredible.
When you pop it
shit.
that
And
high,
it's
you
like
got time
really
to do that.
hard to make a nollie hard flip look really good like
yeah.
that.
Yeah,
too.
it was
like no one's
really-
really.
It was a kickflip shove it. You know what I mean? Like it's a nollie kickflip shove it, but the hard way.
Yeah.
It was done properly.
That must be fun. I know times are different right now, but just going on tours with everybody, you know, Jamie Foy and all you guys and Tom Knox, and you guys got a really good, solid squad, dude.
Fuck.
Yeah, we were supposed to do like a demo trip this year, but obviously that got canceled.
Yeah.
But I was kind of looking forward to that because we used to do that a lot back in the day, and it was always fun, you know. Like I feel like the kids like more engaged and like get hyped, and I like skating the skate parks and stuff with everybody. It's just more of like instead of just going and like getting tricks for like a video or an article or whatever,
Right.
it's like I don't know, you're just dicking around at a skate park having fun, and everybody's hyped and.
That's dope that you look at it that way, because I know a lot of guys didn't like skating demos and shit.
Yeah.
Even though it comes with the territory, you know what I mean? It's just like,
Yeah.
it's like one of those things where you're just like, oh, we're going to skate a demo today? All right, cool.
Yeah.
You know?
I feel like we used to do it so much back in the day that it was like, all right, you just have your tricks, and like after like, you know, you go on like full demo, like week-long trips, a couple weeks sometimes, and it's like kind of like, all right, I'm just gonna frontside flip a pyramid, and like you know you got your like 10, 12 tricks that you just know is you can do, and after the second day, you're like kind of got them down. So
Yeah,
I just looked at it that way. It's just
totally. And you could always find something kind of cool and creative at every different park. And don't get me wrong, like I would find stuff, but
Yeah.
sometimes I would be like, damn, maybe it'd be towards the end of a trip. I'll just be like, fuck, man, I'm over there. I don't want to skate today.
You know, it's fine.
It's true. It's true.
Sometimes it's cool though, just if you're over it, just to skate flat ground with the kids.
Oh yeah, for sure. No, there would still be
Yeah.
engagement. It's not like I would be like,
Yeah.
you know, a hermit to the side or some shit. I would definitely be, you know, interacting. But yeah,
the good thing with the demos is there was always someone on the team that was like gonna kill it. So like every
Yeah.
demo, it would be like someone would have their setup or their spot. So it'd just be like, do a couple tricks, and then you could almost like watch, you could watch the demo if you were kind of over it. And,
Yeah.
I was the same way though. Like I would find a couple things to 5-0 grind or nose grind or whatever, and then I'd just be like, I'm out.
Yeah.
And then go outside and, interact and
Yeah.
play games of skate, probably get beat.
I wouldn't give him a chance.
Dub's like, I ain't playing no skate. But it's cool though, because that's what the kids want to see, man. They want to see their favorite pros, and maybe if they don't even know you, then they will know you. So it's definitely a good thing.
Seeing someone skate in real life is always way different than like watching a video part or anything. So it's like, I don't know, that to me, I've always appreciated more, just watching someone either struggle or like their process or how naturally good they are. It's some people are just like never, they're never falling or miss a trick or anything, which is insane.
That's kind of like me when I go to do demos, but
people looked at me and they're like, damn, Kelly sucks. He doesn't land anything.
Bro, that's how I felt. That's how I felt.
It takes me like 5 hours to land that one trick in my video part.
Bro,
That's just our own insecurity, dude. Like, really.
No, imagine going on tours with like Eric Costin, Mark Johnson, like Kenny Anderson, and I'm over here trying to nose grind this ledge, and they're over here flying around and doing shit, and I hear applause going on, and I'm like, well, I know that ain't for me, bro. It's a little, you know what I mean, Brad? It's like,
yeah,
I was never that guy. I was never the demo guy. I just found my little thing and skated. And one thing about the demos that Mike York told me this a long time ago when we first got on tour, and I found it very interesting that, you would see Costin flying around and he'd be doing everything like first, second try or whatever, and the crowd would love it. They love it. But they almost love it more when they're there with you and you're struggling to get that trick.
Hell yeah.
And that'll take you like 20 something tries, 30 tries, and maybe an hour or two, and you finally land it. You're going to get way more applause than if you're just going and doing everything first try.
You can do that the whole.
I was used to that.
The whole
That was me.
demo.
That was me. That was
I'm
me too.
saying.
But York said that, and I'm like, oh my God, like it's so true. Like they're there with you for the battle.
Yeah, definitely.
For sure, dude.
So I'd always get the most applause. After
I feel like us
6
three are
hours.
like that, but Brandon's the exact opposite. He just,
Oh my God,
he
bro.
lands his,
No,
he lands
the,
his shit.
the van would be waiting for me to try to land the trick, and I'm
Yes.
like, yo, they need to go to the next city. But no, demos it's a double-edged sword for me. They're fun, but at the same time, like it's a little. I was never the skate. I like to skate with my friends. Whenever there's like more people around, like I kind of would shut down and kind of be turned off a little bit, But some people thrive on it.
Totally.
Some people thrive. Sounds
I mean,
like
I
you have
never really
fun.
like thrived, but it was always just kind of like, whatever. We're just skating a skate park, and it's like Leo. I would skate. Like it was a lot of like America trips. So like Leo was always flying around, and he would just get you pumped. Like he was just going fast and like slamming, and so like it made you feel more comfortable if you're eating shit out there because he's like sliding across the whole park like on his shoulder.
And that's true too, because I remember certain tours with MJ, and MJ would be struggling sometimes out there, and it's MJ. You expect this guy to just. And I'm not saying anything bad about MJ, but it just made me feel more comfortable when I would see my peers and the guys I looked up to kind of struggling as well at a demo. And I'm like, okay, cool. At least I'm not the only one out here. I can calm down a little bit, get the nerves settled.
Demos can be challenging sometimes,
You get some anxiety from that stuff for sure, dude. Everyone's staring at you, and there's like 10 people, and you're one of them.
That's what you start just overthinking it, and I definitely had that problem sometimes, and it's just battling your own head. It's like, dude, just go out and skate. You know how to fucking skate.
Yeah, people always say they just want to watch you skate, and that's it. They don't even care if you don't land anything. They just want to be around you and see you skate.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Well, you'll be back out there, Brandon, in no time, man. All these tours will start popping up again. I have no doubt in my mind, man. You moved recently.
Yeah. Yep. Moved
Let's
to
talk
Maine.
about this because maybe some people made fun of me last time on your episode, but I'm so fascinated with the cranberry industry.
Here we go.
Oh, yeah.
And you had your cranberry farm, right?
Yeah.
And it sounded like you loved it. You were having fun doing it. It was like a cool
definitely.
thing.
I did.
So you moved, but why did you give up the cranberry farming thing, or what?
Yeah,
what
I
happened?
kind of. So when I bought that place, I kind of had like different plans for it. So I was growing like more conventionally. So it's just like a lot of pesticides and stuff. That's how like pretty much like 95% of it is out there. So I had intentions on going, turning it into an organic farm, but the way my like water system works, you have to have like your own water system. Otherwise, it's just basically contaminated. So the whole area is like, you know, there's just tons of pesticides getting put out there. I was putting them out there. I didn't really like that. My wife didn't like it. And then, you know, now we got 2 kids. So it was like more or less, you know, I kind of like couldn't really do what I wanted to do.
Right.
Like you were contributing to the groundwater being.
Yeah, I didn't really believe in like really farming that way. And then also like, it was more of like a hobby for me. So now, you know, I'm also putting in a lot of work for, you know, little pay. You know, it was a small farm. And then, you know, with the kids skating, I was just kind of like, all right, I think I could do better with my time, my own. So I started looking for just like some property just to, I don't know, I was going to try to like build a house on a piece of land, but everywhere in Massachusetts is, I don't know. I don't think it's high compared to you guys, but it was hard to find. Like I was looking for like 10 acres or so. And I started looking, and then Corona kind of like, I was like, oh, maybe this isn't the time. And so then that stopped. But then we ended up finding something in June in Maine with 10.5 acres, and the house was like fairly new. My wife loved the house. Wow. And yeah, there was also problems with like the house that we had there was our room was upstairs, the kids' room was downstairs. So, you know, it was like, I don't know. It was just like a lot of, you know, work and effort into something that like kind of I had you know, a different plan than it really worked out. So I was like, I need to kind of move on. But I learned a lot from it, and honestly, like I would do it again, you know, because I learned a ton of invaluable or valuable lessons, you know, that probably take with me for the rest of my life. But,
amazing, dude.
But I would imagine like converting from your traditional farming to an organic farm. Yeah, I mean, especially from just the water alone, that's like a big process, I would imagine, right?
It just goes into like, it's also like so like there's a lot of like monoculture going on. So I had like 7 acres, but across the street was 200 acres. And then, you know, down the street, so there's like hundreds of acres of the same crop. So it's like, if an insect gets in across the street over there, it's just like really easy for them to travel. So they just spray it. Like you're just constantly out there spraying. And with cranberries,
so it doesn't even matter because of the water then.
Well, the water too, because I pull off of this river, and the river it's more or less just contaminated. You know, the whole thing. And then I do have well water, and then with the kids there, it's like, you know, there's all these things nowadays where it's like it's not the best environment for a kid to grow up in and all that stuff. But
I could imagine too, because they're going through, they want to pick a cranberry maybe and eat it, put it in their mouth.
Well, I mean, we're pulling water right out of the ground that you're like spraying all these pesticides all over, and a lot of the pesticides nowadays are better than what they used to be. Like when my dad was telling me about what he used to spray compared to now, but they just change it from like one thing to the next, and they don't really know the outcome of how bad it is until it is that point, and then they just change it to another thing, and it's just an ongoing cycle of just bad stuff.
From the pesticides to the bad water, it's like, dude, what can we get that's fucking not like, you know?
It's kind of crazy just to like be involved with it and actually see it and like partake in it. It's just kind of like, you just don't feel good about like, I don't know. I felt good because I'm like doing something, you know, I'm like growing like this crop, and, you know, I'm learning a lot, but I'm kind of like partaking into like flushing pesticides down the river and essentially into the ocean. And it's like hundreds of acres of the stuff.
I could see that, man. You want to be stoked on what you're doing, and you sounds to me like you were just like, oh man, I'm just contributing to more pesticides
I kind of just
in
like
the ground.
bought someone else's farm, and I don't know. I was young, and I didn't really know. You know, I was just like, oh, I'm just gonna get into this, you know. And yeah, like I said, I learned a lot, so definitely like grateful that I did it and stuff. But it was just kind of time where I was just kind of like fighting that internal battle of like, I don't feel right about this, and I got the kids, and like, how long am I gonna do this? And I'm just like, you know.
Yeah, sounds like you made the right move.
But I moved up to Maine just because it's so cheap up there. It's like It's ridiculous, you know.
I mean,
So,
10,
Look how happy you got.
I know.
Yes.
He's so stoked.
10 acres. So you sold your other place, right? Some other probably cranberry farmer bought your place, and they're gonna
no,
continue.
dude, because it was such a weird time because everyone's trying to move out of the city. So a couple IT people just bought it. I had to show the guy how to like. He bought my picking equipment and stuff, and I had to show him how to like harvest and. All
You're
that.
like, good luck,
Run
buddy.
Yeah, but I mean, he's like a type of guy that like probably, you know, he didn't really have like the any hands-on experience or anything like that. But he's like the type of guy that maybe could just like make the picking machine automated or something. He was talking about putting some GPS thing on there.
Okay.
Yeah, like
So now you're up in Maine, man. What are you gonna do up there, bro? What do they have up there? Maple?
I think maple syrup's like Vermont.
Oh, Vermont.
Oh.
I love maple
Yeah,
syrup.
I don't know. I could
Lobster?
be wrong. Lobster and like wild Maine blueberries.
Ooh,
Blueberries, huh?
love blueberries, bro.
I think Allagash is up there.
Alligash. Jeron's favorite beer's up there.
There you
man.
go.
Alligash, bro. Hit them up, dude. They send Jeron free beer.
They have. It's been a while. I'm gonna have to
So
DM them.
how far is Boston from you?
It's like 2 hours.
Oh, it's not bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
I like towards the end of I moved up there probably like November, so I was driving back to get like some of those clips at the end of the the end of the year for that part and stuff. And yeah, this year was just kind of crazy with the whole like lockdown till like well into spring, and then I was like moving and got a couple kids. I grew the whole crop, picked the crop, moved fucking. It was like definitely was a tough year for me. I was like just tired and like. Just glad to, wintertime finally came, and that kind of is like kind of a chill time, but I'm definitely ready for spring. This morning it was, with the wind chill, it was -15.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Fuck, bro.
What was it,
Yeah.
like 70 here today? Like,
Oh my! And I was still cold.
I know. I felt it in the house. I'm like, it's kind of cold.
I'm like putting on a little sweater and shit in my house. I'm like, man, let me turn the little heat up,
15 below. Fuck.
dude.
Yeah.
Psycho.
That's insane.
so if you live so far from the city, like where do you skate at all, like in the front of your house at all or anything?
I just been going to the skate park. I go to the skate park a couple times a week. There's like one like an hour away, and then I just been driving to this one, that one Skater's Edge. That's like 2.5 hours, a little bit more, but there's really nothing to do anyway. So it's just like, just get in the car, like put a podcast on or
Sure.
whatever, and just drive to the skate park.
That's a
And
commute.
Yeah.
fuel prices were like super cheap this summer too. So that was like, they're starting to kind of go up now, but it was like pretty easy commuting at least, or cost effective.
Yeah. It seems like they're back. Those gas prices.
Oh, they're going back up, man.
Yeah.
They're going back up.
But I used to, like when I grew up, I lived in like by Cape Cod, and I would skate in New York. I'd drive to New York for the day and then drive home. I would stay in the city as very little as possible. So like all the New York days, I was driving even further, so
Yeah, so you're used to it.
it just is what it is,
Well, it seems like you did the right thing, man. I feel like, I feel like the skateboarding, right? It's like you're in your prime, man. You might as well focus on that. And, we all have different hobbies, cranberries, different things, podcasts, but, might as well take advantage of what you got going on now, really focus in on it.
And like with the kids, it's like,
That's true.
I was just getting spread too thin, so I was just like, whatever. And then if anything from this whole year, it's just kind of like, you gotta, really find what's most valuable and like cherish that. So I was just kind of trying to like slow down and just, I don't know, teach the kids like what I actually believe in. And I really like to like grow my own garden and all my food anyway. So that's, with the place that we got, I'm just gonna kind of just go nuts there.
I wanted to do that at the beginning of the whole pandemic and everything, but I didn't get around to it. But
Jeron, you just go buy some seeds, man.
wishful thinking. It was I was trying to like really get a whole like setup.
Oh, you...
Yeah.
Okay.
But then I fell back.
You fell back.
Didn't Appleyard, he showed us like his whole setup in the side yard, it looked like.
He has everything except an apple tree, I think. He wanted to get an apple tree.
What do you mean he has everything?
Oh, yeah, like actually in his whole backyard, he had like everything kind of going around.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
He was
super
growing
dope.
all his own shit, which is cool, though. I mean, So you're gonna go full blown, grow your own everything.
I mean, we had that at the last place, like
oh, you did
blackberries, raspberries, blueberries, apple trees, pear tree.
Amazing.
And then I just had like, you know, a whole garden with all the vegetables, squash, zucchini, tomato, like anything you can plant, I would just plant in there.
That's
Oh
sick.
wow!
Green,
Herbs,
green thumb here.
herbs.
Yeah,
too.
love it.
Is weed legal up there?
I think you could have like 6 plants or something
Okay.
like that.
Yeah.
I hook up the homie Tim Savage. I this year it was kind of weird. I grew this massive plant, and it just looks beautiful. It smells beautiful, you know. But I was like showing the house, and I didn't want to cut it down. And the realtor she didn't say anything about it, you know. So I was like, well, I'm just gonna leave this here.
Yeah.
And I guess like the people that bought the house, I had to show them, you know, how to pick and stuff like I was saying, and he was like, yeah. Our realtor was like, oh, what kind of plant is that? And then my realtor, I guess, just turned around and was like, this is a right to farm community. And then they just like all shut up.
Okay.
Yeah,
Wow.
moving on.
Well, you know the IT guy's gonna take good care of that plant, bro.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Well,
It looked beautiful.
I cut it down once I left.
Oh, you did?
It was
Okay.
it was still just growing, like, because we started showing the house in like June or July maybe,
Okay.
and we didn't sell it till like November. So I just put like, you know, I just put the plant out there and it just does its thing. It's nothing like special. I just like to grow everything, so I'll throw it in there, and then I just cut it and hook up the homies. Really
Amazing.
So sick.
Amazing.
I love that.
I love the realtor.
It's a right to grow.
Right to grow. Whatever. It's amazing.
right to
dude.
farm.
Right
It's a
to farm. Right to farm, dude. Hey, stoked, man. I feel, man, you seem like you're in a good place up there, bro.
It's way quieter up there, and I don't know, lots of trails and trees and stuff like that. I don't know.
Man. Nature.
No, that's good for the
Different
family,
vibe.
though. Seems like it's
Hell
good for the
yeah.
family for sure.
Yeah.
And it probably was nice that during all this COVID stuff that you were out there anyway, like in the middle, like not in the middle of nowhere, but you had a lot of space around you, not like in a city or something.
Oh
right?
yeah, definitely. Yeah, I started like I cleaned up like a lot of stuff actually, because I had a lot of time to like kind of just like, I don't know, I had a lot of like just junk like laying around. Just, you know, I had the farm for like 7 years, so it was kind of I just was like, had a lot of just like literally junk, like scrap metal. I was like scrapping that, and then I don't know, cleaning up. I had a sawmill, so I had a pile of wood that I had moved out into the back, and we used to have a wood stove that heat the house, so I was like cutting and splitting like a bunch of extra wood and just doing like dumb shit like that. But it was like kind of it was nice because I never had like that much time to kind of like really like kind of clean up, you know. I just like started like accumulating and like putting stuff places.
I mean, that happens just in regular life. You live at a place for a year, and all of a sudden you have double of what you moved in with. You know, it just happens.
I had like it was like 17 acres too, so I had like shit just piled. Like I liked I like working on old junk and stuff like that. So I had like a lot of old farm equipment that like, you know, a couple $100 you can get like an old like sander. I think we talked about it last time.
Yeah.
Sanded the bogs and stuff. So I had like 3 of those, and I ended up just scrapping those just because I was selling the place. But just stuff like that. I had like shit everywhere.
You sound like the busiest dude of all time. Like you were just always doing something.
You got to chop wood to heat the house, man. Like,
Yeah, because I'm kind of like cheap, so I.
Nothing wrong with that, dude. Nothing wrong with it.
yes.
And there's nothing warmer than the wood stove. It's like you could turn the furnace on or whatever, but if you just you get the fire going, you start standing in front of the wood stove.
I had cousins I stayed at when I was younger, and they had a wood burning stove. That thing heat the house like no other.
Real quick.
Oh my God.
Wow.
I still don't want to go chop wood to heat my house. I want to turn my little Nest thermostat to the right a little bit.
I had a wood splitter, so.
So the wood splitter, it's like a machine. You put the wood in there, and then you crack it down, and then it splits.
Yeah, it's just like a hydraulic. It's a hydraulic ram with just like a spear or like a splitting head on the end, and I would cut all the logs up into like buck them all up into pieces with a chainsaw, and then split them. And
yeah, you don't want to go out there when it's like freezing. You just want to grab. So you have to do all the wood.
You gotta split, like the wood takes a while to dry, so it's like 1 to 2 years. You gotta split it, so you gotta be ahead of it. You gotta takes a while for the wood to dry. If you try to burn green wood or like a fresh cut tree, it just doesn't burn. It just like smolders and creates a lot of creosote and stuff. So the wood's got to be really dry.
So you got to be ahead. You said a year?
Yeah, sometimes like year to 2 years. I had
God, bro.
I built like a whole like cover too, because I would always throw a tarp over all the wood and then it would blow off or get wet and stuff.
Right.
The drier the wood, the
better.
The better the heat. So and you're doing all the work. So they say that when you burn wood, it heats you like 3 times because you cut it, you split it, and then you have to carry it all in, like fill the stove. And
God, I watch these wilderness shows, man, about people that live off the grid, bro. It sounds like I'm watching another Discovery Channel show.
I'm thinking they're cutting the trees down and instantly trying to burn those.
That's what I thought too.
It's like,
that's what I thought.
Well, those they so like on those shows they'll find like a dead tree. So a dead standing tree is already pretty dried out. Like it already. It's like if you cut a live standing tree with branches and leaves and all that, it's like there's a lot of moisture still in there.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
right.
So,
makes sense.
I would just order like a truckload of, cut trees because then I could mill them up and then also use ones that weren't millable for like the firewood and stuff like that.
Gotcha. I'm just used to the easy life.
Turn the heater on.
I said, my little Nest thermostat just turned to the right.
70 degrees there. You turn the AC on.
Yeah.
No. I like that. I like that shit warm.
You like it warm?
Yeah.
What degree you dealing
I'm a
with
74, 75 guy.
Get 'em.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that in the house. I'm like,
when it's hot outside, I turn it down to 71, 72.
Yes.
But normally cold, 73, 74, like toasty.
yeah, that's warm.
Sometimes I throw my little sweater in the dryer real quick just to get a little.
Oh wow!
little extra
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
dude.
On a chilly night.
Get out of the shower,
Oh, that's
put the little sweatpants on, little sweatshirt, right out of the dryer. Ooh.
Oh, so before you get in the shower, you put it in the dryer.
In the dryer.
Look at that.
There you go.
Think so.
I always get super cold when I get out of the hot shower.
Yep.
I'm cold, dry off. Get my little sweatsuit, put back on. Anyway. Well, listen, Brandon, we got some clips, bro. Do you want to go? We would love to go over some clips with you, dude. We have some new clips and we got some old clips, But first, I think we should talk about the clips that you had in this latest New Balance video, bro. This clip right here, I love this clip because we were talking about it on the Experience. We reviewed it on the Nightclub Experience. And we were talking about the pool covers.
Oh yeah.
Because you literally walked across
Oh
the
my
pool
gosh!
cover.
And you hit the top of the water too. It looks like
Yeah.
when you went.
Yeah,
when it
no,
went down.
my feet, my shoes got soaked for sure. You sink in. It's
Right.
like you think like a trampoline, it kind of like stops at a certain point. The pool cover, like when I first fell in, I felt like I was falling all the way through.
Oh, gotcha.
Like it went down like a lot further than I thought it was gonna.
So
But
you
I
knew.
was trying to like ride out the side, but the one I landed, it just shot me down there, and I kind of couldn't think. I just
You just had to run off.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying, though. After the blunt, you were going to kind of
Go to the
carve around.
carve
Yeah.
around down the bank.
I was gonna
Right.
try to like go out and like hug the sidewalk right there.
Yeah, gotcha. I mean, it's a short sidewalk, so
Yeah.
you don't have that
Yeah.
much time. But was it just like a community center pool or something? Looks like it.
I don't know. There was like some big like it looked like a Harry Potter school like right behind like where Tim was filming. Dude, it was so crazy. This try before this, there's like all woods back there. You can kind of see it, and there was this huge hawk came down and grabbed a rabbit. It just grabbed a rabbit literally right before I made it. One of those guys was just like, "Whoa, did you just see that?" And like it just swooped down like right behind us.
and it took the rabbit away.
It just was like on the ground with the rabbit. I didn't see like what happened. Like it didn't come back up. It was just like in the woods back there. But it just like where that little house is back there behind me, it like beelined out of one of those trees, just like kind of right over me into the backwoods right there. And someone was like, "I think it got a rabbit," because there was like something bolted and it landed on the ground. And
Wow.
Yeah, it is eye on him.
Nature.
yeah.
Nature at the spot.
Nature at the spot.
spot.
Man. Goulet. I love it, man. This trick here.
Wait, I'm sorry.
go ahead, please.
So I'm sorry, I can't remember your friend's name, but your homie, the caddy, he found this spot on Google Maps.
Tim?
Tim, yeah, I don't know how he found the spot, honestly. He was working with like this tile guy, and he might have just been like tiling somebody's house over there, and there was a school, and he'll just go check out that's how I think he found it. I'm not honestly sure how he found the spot, but it's actually really cool because on the other side over there's a identical rail, so you could skate it, backside and front side.
But there's like a knob on it, huh?
Well, it looks like the other rail is you could ride away better. Are you talking about the one on the right? Because if you came off, you'd have that kind of runway you wouldn't have to go in the pool.
Well,
it's hard because you got to not really thread the needle, but there's like, you got to go through the gate. So like you can't get like a good angle to really go that way.
I gotcha.
And there's like little knobs on that thing on the rails?
Yeah. It's like sections.
Yeah.
So
okay.
You can only grind, but it's like you can go over the rail, tricks over is pretty good for that too.
I love it, man. This one here we were tripping on because this frontside flip is a no joke.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, thanks. That was actually that spot was a lot easier just because there's a lot of traffic and a lot of people walking around, but it was pretty dead.
Is that Faneuil Hall?
I think it's like right by there. I don't know exactly. I'm like horrible with the city. I kind of just go in and like skate. I don't know where anything is, honestly.
Yeah, it looks like Faneuil Hall or like Government Center area.
Yeah.
The bump looks good though.
The bump's good. They did a little like
Bondo at the bottom.
Yeah.
So were you kind of the first one to skate that because of COVID going on? Like, it's the first time you guys actually skate it?
That's not.
Yeah, there was this one homie kickflipped it, and then
okay.
So then we like when I came into the city, that was actually I think the first time that I came in from the pandemic. It was like after they shut everything down from like March to whatever.
Sure.
I don't even know, but that was like, those guys were like hitting the city pretty hard. Like, yo, everything's open. This is crazy. So that was like when I went in, like, let's skate this,
Right. I love that, man.
Okay, yeah.
It just looks huge to me.
Does,
like
dude.
if you really look at the gap length.
Yeah, the distance.
The
bump is like really quick and short, so it's hard to get a good. Like you can make it over it, no problem, but it's hard to actually like pop your board and like get a good pop. And
Gotcha.
Snap over it.
Right.
Quick bump.
Man, you handled that.
Straight up.
Thanks.
Damn.
It's a really good spot for what it is.
Dude,
just,
I mean, it looks good.
I mean, there's only a certain amount of things you can do over it, it looks like, It's like kickflip, frontside flip, backside flip.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Or whatever fucking shit that you could pop.
Yeah, it looks.
I could see somebody like brophy, like tray flipping it or something. You know what I mean? Though?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
just nice.
like maybe someone like switch healing it or something.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Wow,
There you
yeah.
go. Switch.
Is it hard to throw down like with that thing though?
A little bit. The road's like a little just like wavy from I think it being hot in the summertime and kind of like how the tar kind of like gets a little. There's like one little section like that. But it's not that bad. I think that angle honestly makes it look a little bigger than.
I mean,
than it is.
it looks big. It looks
because
big.
it was when I was jumping over it. I was never like afraid that I was gonna like not make it.
Okay.
Right.
I was just more having trouble like popping. So it was like I wanted to go fast, but the bump was so small that you had to like get the timing right.
Yeah, you're already preparing for the pop like right here, right? And then you hit the bump and it's a quick bump. So the faster you go, the harder it is to get that.
Yeah, and then
pop.
it is like it's not really high as it is long, I would say.
Yeah.
It looks a lot higher than I think it is in that clip, but
Sure.
it's more like you have to go far. So you want to go like faster than you really can off the bump. But the bump, like when you would get a good pop, it would send you right over it.
I was just gonna say, when you have a small bump sometimes and like it's quick, if you get a good pop, you fucking blast, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's for sure.
It's true.
Is that were you skating that bump with Brian Reed by chance?
yeah. I can't remember if because he was trying it again, but he front heeled it like no problem.
What?
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn, dude. Yo,
He was
he's so dope, dude.
Yeah, dude, he rips.
Yeah, super sick.
He was trying it again. I don't know if he wasn't happy with the first one. I thought it was sick, but
Damn, dude.
yeah. I like skating with him because he rips, dude. He can skate everything.
He literally skates everything. Ledges to bumps over freaking
Yeah,
gates.
and he's got a lot of snaps too.
Yeah.
And he's got like super cool style.
Yeah.
This one, there's a couple questions I have about this, right? First of all, the tennis player, did the ball there fuck you up? Or did you not even see the ball?
No, I seen the ball. So I was trying to push to it, and I was kind of at the end. I was like, dude, I can't push fast enough to get to this. And then if you go to the clip that I made with the bike, you can see I bondoed right there. So when I was pushing, I hit the crack way back there.
Oh.
But see how I have it bondoed right here too, because there was a lip.
Yeah.
I seen her ball come out, so I tried to swerve the ball, but I was pushing so fast that I couldn't swerve back to where I had it bondoed. So I just clipped. It wasn't even. It was like a 2-inch crack that my board just like. If you could see my wheel like.
Yep, right there.
Oh man.
Yeah, and see how my ankles are like bent.
Fuck yeah.
I was fucked. Dude, that like.
Look at that position right there,
Bro. I would have been in the hospital.
Yeah, when I
traction.
fell, it actually like threw my neck out for like I had such a neck problem after this just from like doing that. But it was funny when I felt like that, there was a bunch of people around, and the homie filming Tim, he was just like, dude, like you just slammed so hard and no one even flinched. Like if anyone just fell like that, they would be in the hospital, you know? It was it was pretty funny.
That's what I'm saying. Like, look at your ankles right there. Like I would have, my ankles would have snapped off.
But you could see the ball, like, right?
That's what we were wondering, because the ball, and we were like, oh, the ball must have totally fucked him up.
Yeah,
You know?
I swerved, and then I just couldn't swerve back, and then I was like pretty dead pushing to it anyway. So when I went back, I was like, I got to bond to this crack, and like,
and get pulled in.
Yeah.
Get pulled in. Yeah, it was like pretty far.
And let me ask you this. When you went back to do it, because I think, to me, listen, sometimes when people land tricks, you're like, oh, well, that looked easy, but it was such a serious battle. But that looked easy for you to 180. Like when you had the motorbike pulling you in and everything, like, did you do it pretty quick?
Yeah. It was so much easier. Like getting pulled in is definitely the move. If I can get pulled in, I'll take that.
I mean, you got pulled in a lot in this video, bro. I mean, just no, and we have a bunch of toe ins that you have here.
Yeah.
But
I'll take that just because it's half the time, like something like that, you're burning yourself out just trying to get to it. Never mind, get over it.
Right.
And the bricks are actually really rough too. So, you know, that's another thing. Like if you are getting pulled in, you're already like stable instead of like pushing and then trying to get centered and hitting the bricks and
right.
Hey, pushing's half the challenge, I feel like, right?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
We talked about the toe in, and here's another toe in from another video with Heath Kirchart towing you in.
So sick.
Yeah.
And we talked about this in your last episode where the cops showed up right away, right? Like you pulled the trick, and then who was it? The filmer, Miner? John Miner was tripping?
Miner, he took off. He just started running.
Yeah.
Because the lady was like, it was like a school superintendent or something, she claimed, and she was calling the cops and like yelling at him, and I was coming really close, and I'm just used to like Miner just kind of just ignoring all of that, but he, I guess, was freaking out, and I ended up getting this one, and then he just like bailed on the bike, and Miner just ran, dude. He just left us, and I had to help the homie Ryan that films with Mason. He was up on the hoop, the basketball hoop, like all excited, like hell yeah, and I'm like, come on, let's go, because I seen Miner running, and I'm just like, what, you know, something's up here.
Sure.
Oh wait, he was filming on the basketball hoop up top right there.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was up on the hoop.
Yeah, look at that angle.
Yeah,
He's up on something.
How'd you get up there?
Give me a boost.
I don't know. There was like a trash can that Miner was standing on, and I was kind of just trying to like, I don't know what they were doing down there. I just remember him being like all excited up there, and Miner just bolting across the parking lot.
I mean, Chris, you kind of mentioned earlier, like when you skate stuff like that, Brandon, it doesn't look like it's that hard for you. Like
yeah, I went a time before that and I couldn't even come close. I jumped over it for like, I don't know, at least an hour and a half, and I just was like worked. And then
look at that.
when I came back, it just was easier.
Sometimes it works out that way.
Yeah.
You kind of knew what to expect.
You
huh?
struggle so hard, and then next time you do it, like, you know, pretty relatively quick.
Mm-hmm.
That was like fucking picture perfect, bro.
Picture
Yeah.
perfect, dude.
I think it looks weird. Is it like it's kind of roundish looking? It's not like a real like secure. Like you don't know where the end is, do you?
Right.
Yeah, there was a certain spot that I found out that is was like better to pop off of, I think.
Yeah. You know, like Bezos in Barcelona, it just kind of like rounds up over the bump over the bar. Everybody does tricks over. You don't really have that point of like, I'm going to pop right here.
Yeah.
It's kind of all by feel. Yeah, it's perfect, bro.
Thanks.
Since we're on the toe in stuff, here's another toe in that you had, bro. It's, I don't think anybody's ever been towed in as much as you.
That's I don't know. This spot too, like you couldn't, if you tried to push into like that, it's like
That looks impossible.
I think someone's pushed into it and like ollied up it, but it's just the bricks are so rough and you slam the bottom, like it's really steep at the bottom. So I tried to actually do it better than that one.
Oh, you tried
like
it again?
2 hours.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
and I couldn't. I had to just settle for that one.
I mean,
because
that one was great.
Yeah.
I could see what you're saying though. Like you wanted to do it better, but fuck.
Yeah.
Thing is gnarly.
That's one of those spots I went to, and I was like, "This spot is really cool, but I have I have nothing here to do."
Well, you didn't have a
Yeah.
motorbike.
That too.
well, a lot of people skate into it, and that's like, to me, that's like so gnarly. Like I've ollied into it, and it's just like you hit the bottom. So it's so scary to like stick or like, you know, commit to one and then hit that kink at the bottom. It's terrifying.
And don't people skate isn't there a manual pad up top somehow?
Yeah, it's like where he's filming, he's like on that. So they put like a angle iron on there so you could grind into it. I think
that's
Dave Baginski did a bunch of stuff
Gotcha.
into it a long time ago.
Maybe Eli Reed skated it too.
I know the spot. I know it. Yeah, now I know. Gotcha. I always wanted to skate that thing, but it looks scary. Even just a manual and then drop into that bank.
Yeah, that honestly, I think that's scarier than even ollieing into it.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Because it's kind of like, it kind of goes, so you're dropping off like, you know, really high into the bank versus like ollieing down into the bank.
Yeah. Wow. Congratulations, bro.
Yeah, that was sick.
This one, we go through. Listen, you have so many. We could have pulled 900 clips, right? But we were going through all the clips, and we just pull out a couple ones. And dude, we were tripping on this one.
Yeah.
The NYC courthouse.
Oh, yep.
Like, you could have just came. I think Jeron, you said like you could have just come out regular,
And it would have been phenomenal. But I was like, damn, he did the one up. Fuck.
Yeah, I kind of had to turn because it was so long that see how like my shoulder was kind of doing it. I just started turning.
Interesting.
Like I couldn't hold it straight for some reason. And once I started like actually trying to turn, I made one.
Yeah, because you have to come from the side on that.
Yeah, you're like on one of the stairs.
Yeah, you're not going straight on.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So it's kind of almost pushing you that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was more just like so long, and the way I was like trying to stay balanced on it, it was like I was kind of like leaning in, and then like as I would turn my shoulder, it just helped me stay on the nose grind. So I started doing that, and then I stuck a couple like that, and I was like, oh, I'm just gonna do it this way. This is the way it's just working.
I'll take it that way too. Shit.
Isn't that funny? It's just like you went there with a certain trick in mind, but then you got kind of a better trick, you know?
Yeah. Well, I was actually Zared was skating it. He was doing Switch 5.0. So
sick.
I was just like, oh, this is like, I never even thought of skating it like this. And he went there for a trick, and then I started skating with him and just started trying that, and it just worked out.
Dude,
That spot's no joke, dude. Anything you skate there, anything is really gnarly. Right?
Yeah.
Like people do the drop in, even if you do a trick on the top ledge and drop in, dude, that rolling off that ledge is insane.
Yeah, it is. That kink kind of like, you're not really thinking it's going to be as bad as it is, but it really like, if you're off balance a little bit, it gets you.
right. And that drop's no joke either. So yeah, if you're not,
overhead
if you're not
height,
centered, yeah.
There's always someone like walking around down there too.
I mean, it's New York, right? It's like,
Yeah.
I've never been there. I've been in New York. I've never been there. No.
It's like a lot of that Blubba spot's right across the street. And then if you go down the side, isn't Brooklyn Banks further down that way?
Yeah. And then there's like that big square rail.
Yeah.
Like up top there, there's another like little rail. There's that's like art piece that Zared like dropped into is like right around there.
Gotcha.
It was like a big like red cube or something.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
It's like a 2-block across the street, kind of on the other side. Remember that you can go over a 2-block? It's not like the one that Van England switch ollies over to 5-0 down the handrail. Isn't that kind of around the corner? It goes into it goes into a basketball court. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not really sure exactly. That could be around there, but
I think it's like if you keep.
I've never been to that spot, honestly.
I think I could have nose grinded that. I think I could nose grind that. Yeah. Front
Definitely.
side. Thank you, Brandon.
For sure.
Thank you, bro.
Because you could like that was the nice thing is like if you were a little off, you just jump back, you know, and you're like on. It's like you're on a ledge. You know?
Especially if you're on front side, you're kind of already like tweaked that way.
Can just step right onto the ledge.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's long enough that you're not like. If it was shorter, it'd be really scary, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
and,
I don't. Well,
because if
you can't really like get a lot of speed anyway because you're just on the one stair, so you get like a couple like shitty pushes, and then you're
could have nollie back heeled out of that thing, bro.
Dude.
I don't that.
No, okay. Shit.
Thank you, though. I appreciate the confidence.
Of course, dude. I'm just saying, little flick of the heel. Yeah. Always wanted to go to that spot, man. This one, Jesus, man, every trick is like gnarly. But the La Cañada 5-0 on that thing.
Yeah, that's fun.
Did you go there with that intent to do that, or were you just there and that sparked?
Miner had that idea. He was like, you should try to grind this ledge, and I think I got into 50 or something like that, and then I think he just told me to 5-0 it, so I tried to, and
Amazing.
Here's one of those guys. You're like, hey, do that. You're like, all right, fuck it.
Oh my God. Look at this thing though.
Is that the same day that Reynolds did the no slide big spin?
no, it wasn't. No.
Dude, listen, you're bent down looking directly at that thing.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, this is how tall that is.
That shit is not small, man.
And you ollied out hella far. I mean, I think you have to, but you know, sometimes when you 5-0 a ledge, you're kind of getting on in the beginning.
And you might be like coming down onto it, but like you go into it getting right into it.
Right.
Yeah, it actually is like really high, so it was kind of super scary. That was just how I had to like.
Wow.
I just was ollieing as high as I could and hoping that I would get onto it, and I was going fast too. So if I fucked up, I could clear.
You could clear it.
I could clear everything, you know.
Right.
So,
Was there a bad fall in any way?
no, I think Miner had me like we went back and at like a different video part, and I think I was trying to tail slide, but that was like I just couldn't get like I could like kind of tail slide, but it was like skirting on the side, you know, like I couldn't actually get up into it because just ollieing that high and trying to turn, it was like I couldn't figure it out.
It's probably too tall and too short at the same time to be locking in like that, right?
Yeah.
Gnarly, dude.
Well, as you said, you sometimes you ollie up and come down on the 5-0 where he's just ollieing up and then literally
Just made it.
Yeah, because it was so tall that it was just like I was going. It's also harder to ollie higher when you're going faster, but I wanted to make sure I was going to clear it. So it was just like I was just going fast, and like a lot of like sometimes when I wouldn't make it, I would just kind of 5-0 the side of it, but my body would just huck to the bottom. So.
And that's a scary thing with 5-0s because if you don't get on correctly, like say you get on the top of it, you're slipping out.
Or you don't get on top.
Or you don't get on
you're
top.
Fully committed. Oh my God, that's like the worst.
Yeah.
Yeah, I stopped doing 5-0s because of that. I was trying to skate this thing in New York, and it was like a bar going across a garage, and I fractured these things in my back because I did that. I overshot it, and then my legs fell behind the rail, and it catapulted me down.
Oh no, dude.
Yeah.
I mean,
After
imagine
that, no more 5-0s. you know?
Imagine doing that on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because then you're just like looped out backwards, you know.
And you're hauling ass.
Rolling up the windows, just ooh.
Oh,
Yeah,
you got to make
from,
it over
like-
that set of stairs too. Like,
Oh my
fuck.
God.
Yeah, a
Which you
couple
would.
head. You know.
Yeah.
It was, almost 2 of me high.
Yeah. Fucking hell.
Dude.
That's gnarly, dude. I think the first person that skated it was Reynolds, right? No slide, big spin.
I have only seen them two skating,
Yeah.
dude.
Mm-hmm. I can't recall anybody else. I'm sure.
Did anyone else-
Has gone down, but
Yeah, did anyone else on America back then try it?
I feel like, I don't know if there's one on the other side, but I think Leo was trying to nose grind. Like, I think there's one over there. And he was nose grinding it, but I think it's really close to maybe like the grass or something.
I could have
So,
I sworn
Maybe he did it, but when we were skating it, I think he kept riding, like eating shit into the grass, I think.
Gotcha.
I could have sworn there was the Jeff Lenosi ad for Lakai doing something on one next to it. There was like the other one on the other side, that was like a 7 stair that was tall that went out.
I don't know.
Like,
Yeah, it's like, I swear it's just like right to like the left. Like
Yeah.
it's right on the other side over there. There's another.
there's one over there, and there's
Another
one on the other
obstacle like
side.
that.
Yeah.
Let's keep going with this. This is which one did I have? Oh, this is in our zone. A Dorsey manual pad. Everybody skates up and down and whatever, and everybody skates. You've seen the other people. They put up the sign to get up it, and then they ollie the gap.
Yeah.
You ollied. You didn't put up the sign. You just
Yeah, that was another like minor. So I would just come to town and minor would just have like some shit lined up, and this was just like one of his like something on his checklist or something.
Was it hard to ollie up that thing and get set up and because that thing is big. That thing is no joke.
Yeah, from what I remember, like I had a lot of runway coming
Yep.
at it, but you kind of had to like kind of make the corner, I think.
Yeah, you have to kind of turn.
And then I would ollie like behind it a lot of times just to see if I could clear it. And then, minor was like, dude, I think you got it. You just got to go for it. And then I just started kind of like jumping it and making it. And then that one, you could see I barely made it. I was like hugging like the top corner up there.
Yeah.
Just to like try to get the tip of it,
Dude, did it ever cross your mind to like 50-50?
No, but I just seen that. Yeah, you could probably like maybe lip slide it and come back in.
Bro.
Because was it easier to go that way? Obviously, it probably was, but you can go the other way too, front side, can't you?
Maybe Minor just suggested that because maybe he liked to film
Angle.
it that way.
Oh, okay. Because I never people put the wood on the other side to the right of it.
So
right?
where he was pushing from, like you said, Brandon, like you start pushing and then you gotta kind of swerve in and then go up. That was the one
Yeah.
that people would put the sign up.
Yeah. I never saw anyone skate that way.
No.
Yeah. That's crazy,
Well,
to be honest.
Like on the
Yeah, people would skate like a hip.
down
Yeah,
the side.
exactly.
Wow.
yeah.
I mean, we used to skate there all the time. And
Yeah, I feel like that's a you, Joey,
Daniel Castillo. We'd always go
Castillo.
there.
Kenny
Yeah.
Anderson, maybe.
Ken,
too?
yeah. I think we went there with MJ a couple
Went on a
times.
few
Jay
sessions.
Stevens.
Jay Steve, Sad?
Correct.
Oh yeah.
Dude, it's sad.
Sad. Hell yeah.
Haven't seen dude for a minute.
Great ollie right there, bro. Great
Those
ollie,
things
man.
were actually steeper than they look.
Yeah.
I was tripping on
Yeah.
that when I went there once. I was like, yeah, the manual's even.
They're not the easiest thing to skate.
Yes.
Down that runway, there's a mellower one.
Oh, okay.
These are the steeper ones.
Yeah, on the other side.
Yeah, just right there. Like, keep going straight.
Yeah, for stuff like that too, it helps. Like I got on like way before and like rode a lot, like kind of on the top, so I could. I feel like that always helps if you're doing something like that. Just like you have more time to set up, and then
Sure.
you can get more like on top of it to like make more of like almost like a straight ollie versus like a bank to bank ollie.
Right.
Yeah. Well, I mean, literally, you had to ollie up, and you had to already set up. Look, you don't even move your feet. You're set up. Boom.
Did Minor take you to a couple of things where you're like, dude, this isn't even possible? I don't get this.
He always had like a lot of like he kind of knew like my capabilities. So
Yeah.
if he suggested it, and like I was like, oh, if he thinks I could do it, I got to try. So most of the time it was like that, and if I couldn't do it, I would put in like a lot of effort trying, and whatever. All you could do is try.
That's amazing. He came through with his checklist, and you're like, okay, I'll
that's
do that.
I liked it like that because then I don't have to like really think. It's
I
just
love
like,
it.
all right, I'm just going out and like, this is what you want.
Yeah,
give it a try.
Hey,
dope.
that's the caddy you're talking about,
Straight
Jeron.
up.
Like,
I mean, it's real.
Yeah.
It's real shit. Yeah.
But then it's cool too because in the filmer's perspective of it, he probably already has in his mind how he's going to film it, what it's going to look like. He probably already has that all predetermined.
Yeah, I feel like I did it that way too because of the runway. I think Miner was like, dude, look, you can get tons of speed, like beeline it down here, like carve in. And like I feel like if I went front side, it's more of like straight down, so you can't really come straight and carve up into it. You kind of like are parallel with it, I guess.
Yes, exactly.
oh yeah, because the other side, one side's is straight. It's hard. It just cuts off going straight down. That one's angled, right?
Yeah.
Is that what you were just saying? Like,
Well, I was more just like talking about like the runway. So like the runway comes like kind of crosses into it, so you kind of can come like this. Whereas like if you come from the other way, you're just like coming parallel with the bank.
Yeah.
So you have to like, it's harder to like get an angle for an ollie to travel versus like kind of carving into it, I guess.
Yeah, so like the one that people put the sign up to, like they only have that certain distance to get set up an ollie.
Yeah, that's
he's
right.
coming at an angle, so he has a little bit of time going up the bank just to kind of get his
get the setup and
get the setup ready,
and
right?
have the speed at the same time.
Right.
Yeah, like I can lean into it.
It's too narrow coming from the other side.
It's just a quick setup.
Yeah.
It's just a quick setup. Because having the sign there, it's already been done. People have already done that. Nobody's ever ollied up it and then ollied the gap. And plus, Miner's standing on bleachers right there. There's a whole set of bleachers right there. So, yeah, good stuff, dude. What about this one, ma'am? This is oh, here you go. Well, this is a car tow-in, not a motorcycle.
Yeah.
This thing,
Dude,
is.
Yeah,
is
we were like looking at another spot, and I was just like fucking around, like, oh, maybe I could ollie up this, and I was just pushing to it, and then I think Mike Sinclair was driving, but he's like, yo, you want to tow it? And I was like, yeah, I'll give it a try, and I just clipped it. So
Dude, another quick
I
bump
figured
too.
if I clipped it, maybe I can get up there. And
what's sketchy too, because most cars when they do that, they like can veer off.
Right.
He just had to stop, or he's
Yeah.
gonna go straight into the wall.
You ever try to, you I mean, listen, that's a beast. And what I'm about to suggest, you ever think about manualing?
yeah, I thought of that after I watched
Okay.
the clip. Like when we went to the hotel, I was like, damn, I should have tried to manual it.
Because you
but-
almost did. The way
Yeah.
that you got up there.
Yeah, it was kind of like that wasn't like the spot we went to. So it was, I was just fucking around, like, just trying to get up there. Or I don't even know what I was doing. Someone was like, wonder if you could ollie up this. And just ended up like kind of working out that way. And then, yeah, I was pumped. So then we left. And then I was watching it. I was like, damn, that would have been a sick manual. But I didn't want to go back. I was like, fuck it, I'll take
Well,
that.
the thing about the
we'll take
manual
that.
too is like you would have to manual in that crouched position.
Yeah,
You know what I
Well,
mean?
When I was getting up there, I was kind of like sliding out because I was so far back a lot of times. So it was almost like
Interesting.
if I could get my body just right, I probably could, hold on to a manual. But I was kind of like stretching it forward, like right there.
You could
Like, if I
tell.
if I held that position, like I probably could have maybe like muscled like my arm forward and maybe kind of had like a crouch down manual or
Oh,
something.
that's interesting that you say that because I didn't even realize that you had to push your front feet forward to get up on there because you
Yeah,
left
that's
your
what I always do just to try to make up there. I'll try to like get up and like get my legs up and slide on my ass almost.
yeah
Yeah.
because your torso is in the back and you're pushing your legs up in front. I didn't even notice
that's
that.
what makes it look gnarly.
Yeah.
That's why you could just flew back and flew right off that and gotten smoked.
Not to mention how fast he's going too.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I feel like when you like look a little more out of control, it makes the clip look gnarlier, right? Like if you if you manualed it
Yeah.
like that, it would have been wild too. But
Dude, the pop is just unbelievable, bro.
A lot of times too, like the toe-in was like you can't really tell, but the ground was like super shitty. So a lot of the times the toe-in's just necessary because the ground's just like pretty shitty.
Sure. And you know what, man? You go fast, bro. You need the toe in, you know? You need the
It's
toe
funny
in.
because I got towed in for the tray flip up in this last part. PJ Ladd was towing me in. And,
wow.
I got it.
Dude,
right
it was crazy. I was skating it, and he just like figured out, because I was just like, he was asking me how fast and stuff, and I was like, well, we'll just work out like, 10 miles an hour, 10 to like 14, see how that is. And like he just figured out, like, because I can judge like, all right, I'm going fast enough. If I'm not going fast enough, I could pull off and shoot myself even faster. And then if I'm getting pulled too fast, I'll let go early so I can slow down. And he figured out like exactly how fast I had to go. It was like the most consistent, because that bump's really hard because it's rough, and like it's really hard to get a good pop off that. So I don't know, dude, it was insane. Like the way he was pulling me in, he just figured it out for me. Like I didn't have to think about my speed or anything. He made it like really easy at a certain point. I was just like, wow, and I was talking to him, and he was like, yeah, I could just tell how fast you needed to go. And I'm like, damn.
He's a smart dude, man.
Yeah,
He
dude,
knows.
Well, he's watching your attempts and being like, well, that was too fast. I was going 13 miles
dude,
an hour.
it was crazy. I don't know if you could see like right where I'm like letting go. There was a truck in every single time, like right where, see that pole like in front of the car? But beside the car, there was a truck parked there. And dude, he was like inches from the truck every single time, stopped exactly the same spot. Like a couple times I'm like, he's going to nail this truck. But he didn't even come close to hitting it. It was, he was like an inch every time. But
So he was stopping before that truck.
yeah, so like the pole, like if he kept going, he would have ran into that pole like right in front of him. But you can't see the truck right there. The truck's like right next to him, so he's kind of coming in at an angle and stopping like so close.
So that's his car right there.
To the right, the white car. Right?
That's his car.
Yeah.
So there was a truck.
Yeah, yep.
I got you.
Like on the next to him, like on the driver's side.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Huh.
PJ with the assist right there, dude.
Man, love
Yeah,
that, dude.
Got a caddy, you got an assist from fucking the homie. Jeez.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a
He was
great.
He was hyped too, like after like landing it, because he's like, dude, I felt like I was like a part of this and stuff.
He
And I like,
was.
He was, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he was setting you up with the perfect speed and everything. That's amazing. I love
It
that.
was.
Was that the first time anyone skated that spot?
No, I skated it before. I backside flipped it up it a long time ago.
Oh.
Okay.
It was an old Transworld cover.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Were you going too fast? Because to me, it seems like you could have maybe turned to the right a little bit and gone off the loading dock back into the street.
You can't really tell, but like the bump is angled opposite of. That was another hard thing, was like where the car stops, like there's a pole back there, so the bump's like almost angled like this, so I'm kind of coming at like this, like shooting at the building. So if I tried to carve backside and get off the bump, I wouldn't have hit the bump at the right angle, because the bump was cockeyed.
So
like the bump kind of comes triangled out.
So you're already going towards the building right here. So
yeah,
and you're going fast too, so you don't have that time to turn to the left. I mean, turn to the right and right off the loading dock.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
The way the bump's angled, it's like almost impossible to like. So you could see the other yellow pole, like see how it's out there.
Yeah.
So like that's kind of like the direction of the bump is like that. So if you try to hit it the other way, you just weren't hitting it like.
I see.
Yeah.
Straight.
Okay, gotcha. Because when we watched the clip first, I was like, oh, I wonder he could have like veered off and come off the thing, but I totally see it now. Interesting.
Yeah.
Did that it looks like it goes down a little bit before where that pole is that PJ was dropping you off at, basically?
Oh yeah, it did. Yep.
Did that fuck with you at all?
No, that wasn't that bad. The ground was like, it's pretty like kind of chewed up just from maybe like snow plows or something. Like sometimes they'll angle, like they'll plow the snow, but the edge of the snow plow kind of goes into those banks sometimes. So that side was like a little fucked up, and then we had a bondo, like a hole and like some type of shit at the bottom.
Okay. Huh. Man, you nailed it, bro.
Yeah.
Thanks.
I mean, look how fast you're going.
But yeah, it would have been nice to ride off. I would have liked that, but
No, it was a beautiful tray flip, dude. You caught it well and
Going fast.
Yeah,
bro. Look
dude.
how fast you're going.
it's like it looks like it's easy in that for some reason, you know, but you know that it's completely not. When I watched it, I was like blown away.
Kelly, I had it speeded up, dude, if you didn't know that. Just to let you know, bro. Sick. Dude, what about this? Holy cow.
Another fucking amazing tray flip.
This
my
tray
gosh.
flip,
Bro.
the way that you
Catch.
caught that
Yeah.
was incredible. It's like the perfect tray flip. Like, that's how you want to do a tray flip. Catch it with the
Yeah.
front foot.
I got lucky on that one. That was like I was battling that one for a long time and getting like bloody hands and everything.
Where's that at?
I want to say Texas somewhere.
Damn, that shit
okay.
looks really dope.
And then like, see how it's like all shitty? There was like some type of like wind or like dust storm or some shit going on.
Oh, that's the worst. Jeez.
Dude, look at that, bro. Look at that catch.
I mean, not only is it's a big gap, but it's like fatty to flatty almost. You're just getting launched so high into the air.
And then you could see all the dirt on the curb because a lot of times like it does launch you up, but not far, and it is super far. Like you can push and pump down, but it's hard to tell if you're actually gonna clear the whole thing.
Oh, interesting. So you're kind of just winging it in a sense.
Yeah,
To a certain
I
point.
mean, you kind of figure out the speed and the pop, but it kind of takes a while just to like. It was a stretch. That was like, I think that was like what helped me like catch it like that. Was almost like how I ollied up that thing. I almost had to like almost push it forward or something. That one was really hard. I worked for that one for a while.
Oh, did you?
That was beautiful, dude.
That was great, man.
That was great, man. Who was that? Colin Provost right there too?
Yep.
Jeremy
And I think
Liabres.
Jeremy, yeah, he was. I think he frontside flipped it that day.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
Some heavy trips back then, huh?
Ooh.
Yeah. Yep.
Seriously. Look at this. I got to watch this again in slow-mo. Look at that, dude. Wow.
Dude.
Look at that.
That's insane.
That's crazy. Like I said, it's almost a perfect, like I want a tray flip like that. Look at this. Boom. Is that Minor? Minor filmed that? Minor and somebody else, obviously.
I
There's
think
two.
Minor and maybe Bucky.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
I love doing tray flips, man, but when I see amazing tray flips, it still like blows my mind.
Yeah.
You know, it's such like a that feeling though when you whip it like that and you catch it. I'm like, damn, dude, that looks so cool, man.
Especially something like that. You land, it must be such a great feeling just to roll
Yeah, that
away
one
from
felt
that.
good for sure.
Oof.
The parking lot was like super rough. So every time like you're going fast and fatty to flatty, you're just
Right.
like getting chewed up from the parking lot. So it was nice to ride away, definitely.
And that was your last trick in what was it? Stay Gold? Or this is skateboarding?
I can't remember. No, I wasn't in this game.
That's earlier, right?
I think it was
Yeah, that was
old.
yeah. That was,
Stay Gold. Yep.
Damn. Colin Provost, bro. He's probably drinking a lot of water right there.
dude, yeah, I seen you guys' 9 Club. That was funny.
He was having a great time. He was having a great
Yeah,
time.
dude, he looked like he was having a good time.
I love that dude.
Yeah, me too, definitely.
Oh, what about this one, dude? Another tray flip.
Dude.
That's gnarly.
To the ruggedest fucking ground.
It looked like that was easy for you.
Yeah, no, I was
all
having
the cliffs.
such a bad trip. I split my chin open like the second day I was there.
Where was this?
I want to say like Holland or something random like that. maybe.
Amazing. Okay.
Yeah, we were overseas. I don't really know, but I was having like a horrible trip. Yeah, like I split my chin open, and then the next like day or so we went and skated. I think Grant like 50'd it, but it's like that like wavy spot, and there's like a bar, like a flat bar, so you can like kind of like pop out the wave and grind the bar. I don't know if anyone's gonna remember the spot, but basically I tried to just front board it just to like, see if I could get up there, and locked into front feeble and like did one of those flying back to like get whiplash. And like, after that, Minor was like, dude, just go back to the hotel and like just like chill, like
Right.
look like you just broke yourself in half. And then, so I was just like discouraged. And a couple of days later, we went to this spot, and it was kind of a weird angle to kind of get into it. So I don't know, I was just bailing a ton. And after a couple hours, one just worked out.
The way you did it.
The brick up there too was kind of fucking with me too.
So you had to pop off of brick.
Was it the same brick that you're landing on, dude, pretty much?
Yeah, so you could see it on the ground. It was like the same up there, and like, it was fine like going one way, but then when I would try to carve in, it would like kind of jolt you.
Gotcha. But just, I mean, look at the one you made. It was like, right even there.
Comfortable.
You comfy. It's like you look at that. You put your hands down and everything. You're just like, oh, I got this.
Isn't that crazy that you try
because I failed for like 2 hours. So like the one I finally was like, all right. This should be easy by now.
But dude, you try for so long, and it's like you can never imagine it, and then you do it perfect. You're like, what was that about? You know?
Yeah.
Why? Like it looked like it was mad easy for you, and then you're just like, it just gets stuck in that rut of just bailing.
Yeah, once you run down for like 2 hours too, your legs are just spent. So it just gets harder and harder to kind of like even get over the rail. So that's where I was like, I was getting so sick of just running down the thing.
Oh yeah, the resistance on your legs definitely takes a toll.
Because you're almost like impacting your ankles every time you're stepping down that bank.
And you have to run all the way down because you're like going so fast. You can't just like stop and roll down the bank or like just stop. You have to run all the way down because you're picking up momentum as you're trying to slow down down the hill.
Exactly.
And it takes a toll on different muscles.
Totally.
For sure.
And like you said, you got hurt there, and it always sucks to go to a different country and get hurt. Whether it's like splitting your chin open or spraining your ankle, it's like such this like downer.
Yeah. I was like, that was actually really nice because I was just like, man, I'm just getting worked this whole trip, and like, I'm all the way out here, and just you feel like shit. But
but one trick could maybe turn that whole thing around though.
Yeah. I know that's what's crazy. Skating, it's so mental. You're like, you're so down, and then like it just takes one thing, and you're right back to like, sky high.
Yeah, totally.
It really, really does.
Man, that's a great tray flip, dude.
Thanks.
Yeah,
so many great tray flips, dude. It's beautiful.
Great tray flips and great board slides up stuff, dude. What are you doing here, bro? Did you just? I mean, what made you want to go up that thing?
I think that was also kind of Minor, kind of put that in my head.
Listen, God bless the caddies out there,
Straight
bro.
up.
Yeah, we
John
picked
Minor.
up like Jeremy like did a line. I forgot what it was in, but he was filming a line down there. We bashed out the whole curb because he was front boarding it, and like you could see the concrete.
Oh,
so we bashed out that whole curb that was at the bottom and like concreted it so he wasn't like, because he was clipping and just getting worked. So
interesting.
That kind of helps because
sick.
I could get like to the rail easier without the curb there, but it was just hard to, I guess, get the speed to get up there.
Well, yeah, I mean, you got to go fast, but I didn't even realize that curb. I mean, you guys did a great job. Doesn't even look like, except for the discoloration in it, you can't really tell.
Yeah, well, because it was new concrete, and it was funny because there was people walking through the park and stuff, just like, "What are you guys doing?" And we're just like, we're just fixing the spot up, and clean. He's like, "Well, make sure you paint the rails or something." So we painted the rails after, and
nice.
Yeah, everybody was hyped.
Sick.
Nice.
Yeah, sometimes fixing up spots, you make it better and even safer for the general public.
Yeah, definitely. There's, once we like bond out the cracks, there's no tripping hazards or anything.
Doing a service to the community, bro.
And a lot of the East Coast spots are just shit. Like you could see on the other side where there's like a little bit of like cement over there. There's like a whole tree root that is like popping out of on the other rail over there by the flash. There's always something wrong,
Something, yeah.
It's funny, that rail looks like it'd probably be safe to like kind of get up onto going slow, but it'd be super scary going that fast, dude.
Yeah, I had those like Spitfire like soft softy wheels, those like semi-soft wheels.
Oh.
There's there's like brick back there too. So that was the hardest part, was just getting enough speed. See how there's a patch of brick? So like somewhere in there, it got like super rough and it was just slowing me down. So then I just tried those other wheels and they helped out.
Yeah, I would imagine like going up, like board sliding up a rail, because like if you do happen to stick, you're just face planting or chest planting into the rail. Like there's no avoiding it. You know what I mean? You can't go to either side. You're just going to go smack right into the rail if you stick.
If you're going that fast.
Yeah, of course.
Because I feel like you can kind of test it and like jump off to the side if you're going slower, but then
but when it's time.
Yeah, when you got to go full speed, you're locked in.
When it's time to go.
It's time to go.
Yeah.
I just couldn't imagine.
Yeah, the rail's actually like a really good rail just because it's not like super high, so it's just really long. Like you just had to go like pretty much as fast as you could and just hold on. A lot of times I was like going up and I was going so slow at the top, I would just like kind of turn and land on the curb up at the top, like almost like rock and roll style.
Okay. So you need that extra little speed to get over that curb right there. Right.
Yeah, right at the end, because I would get up to the top and just stop like a lot of times.
Yes, I see what you're saying. Huh. It's so funny. Like, look how much work went into that spot, right? Yeah. You got Bondo up there. You got Bondos everywhere.
What happened to him? Oh, there
it's all good.
Oh, shit.
You got Bondo. Like, so much work went into that spot. It's pretty incredible. And then you got that stuff down there.
Where was that?
That's in Boston.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
It's a really cool spot because there's a double set at the bottom. See where I came from down there?
Oh, yeah. You could see the kink in the rail.
Yeah.
The Suzuki
so you can film lines and stuff.
How do you know? You know your Suzuki sidekicks, huh?
I mean, I just seen one the other day. I was like surprised. I was like, this is a rare fucking... I've never seen one of these in 25, 30 years.
Never seen a Suzuki sidekick in the wild before. Great trick, though, bro. Come on, man. Listen. Let's see here. Oh, this is the clip we talked about when you were here last. We talked about this clip with you. So tell us again, now that we have the actual clip to talk about. This was the kick flip you did from wall to wall.
Oh, yep.
Insane.
And there's no pushing room. There was a story behind this. I forgot what the story was, but there was no pushing room, or what was it?
Yeah, that's kind of the case. It was super hot. I don't know. I can't really remember. Just the issue is just it's so thin. So sometimes thin. Like I would try to stick and
dude, look at that.
Yeah, like one time I stuck it and like grinded the edge and it stopped me and I just went to like my rib on the corner of it there.
Oh, wait, on the other side.
Yeah, like I would stick the kickflip but grind down. Like I would catch the edge of the other side and
I see.
It's just so rough it would like lock up and just send you flying. Like your body was already going down.
Well, here's the thing though. See, it turns, right? It turns like this. And so where you're landing, you're almost landing at the point where you kind of have to adjust a little bit for that curve.
And with the pop, because it curves up. So like if you would try to kickflip at a certain point, it would go like, it was really hard to hit your tail. That was the problem, I think, was the carve up. You kind of had to like carve into it to kind of hit the angle or something. But I was super over it. And then Tim was just like, dude, just a couple more. Like, I think you got it. And I tried to like just muscle that one out because I was like, it was also like 100 degrees or like, the humidity on the East Coast is just like brutal in the summertime. So I was dying.
Wow.
Is this a spot like you were eyeing out for a while, or something that Tim was just like, yo, here's this spot. You want to try something?
Tim found it. And we went there one day and that dude, Anthony Shetler, ollied it like pretty easy. And so we were in that area and Tim was like, oh, you should try to kickflip it. So that's kind of how we roll. I meet up with him and he kind of just picks an area and then he kind of just, whatever's in the area, we'll go check out. And you could be really picky because he's got so much spots. So it's like, if you're not like feeling like gnarly that day, you could, pick mellow spots, or if you just end up at something and want, it's like it's endless amounts of
just
options.
possibilities.
Some days you feel good. You're like, I want to get bucked today.
Yeah.
What do you got?
Yeah, and sometimes you don't even think that. You just end up at something, and you're like, all right, like I'm gonna give it a try.
That's
just
true
happens,
too.
yeah.
That's a beautiful kickflip, by the way, because the way that you just flick it and come back, like it just works so.
It's all one motion.
One motion is perfect.
Yeah, I tried to do it a couple, because some I was catching and I was like really happy with them, but I just couldn't stick them, and that one was just, I kind of just settled for that one, honestly.
Well, it's weird because if you really do look at this, like the way that you're flicking it, you're almost in front of the board.
Yeah, because it was like I was having trouble like popping, so that's kind of why. And it just was like really weird with like the angle and how narrow it was. It just kind of, but some of them, like the one where I stuck and like grinded the edge, I was like, I wish I made that one. It
was like you felt it. Yeah.
It's cool that you're front of the board, but your board still levels out really good.
What's I'm saying? It all worked out, right? You're in front of the board to compensate for the takeoff, but then you meet back up with the board. It's perfect.
Yeah.
It really is.
Thanks.
Yeah, of course. Look at that. It's beautiful, man.
Definitely.
If I could kickflip like that, bro. I'd be
Dude,
stoked.
kickflipping on tranny's hard, dude.
It's hard.
It's hard to, like you say, click that tail. You know
I
what
mean, I'm just more of a heel flipper. I've never been a good kick flipper. Always wanted to, though. Love a good kickflip. Here's another kickflip. Kickflip over the wall in, where is that? India or something?
Turkey. Yeah.
That looks...
There's a lot of people there.
Yeah.
To say the least.
It just looks busy. And frustrating. Was it frustrating? Just dealing with all that stuff?
Yeah, the people coming up and down, but all the people like on the side they were just watching.
Right.
And Spanky was trying to frontside flip it, and I was just kind of like, well, I'll just try to kick flip it. And it was more like he was skating it, I felt like, and I was just kind of jumping in there. And
did he get his clip?
I can't remember, because it was like so hectic that like once I did, I just like rode away. I just kind of left that area.
Oh, okay.
And I can't remember. He might have made it. I'm pretty sure. I just can't remember.
I could have sworn Roger said this was a cover for something.
I don't know if
This spot was a cover for like Skateboarder, I think. But
the spot was.
yeah, I can't remember if it was him or maybe even Spanky. I don't know. Or it could have just been Kenny Reed all in it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, did Kenny Reed show you this spot?
No, I don't know what we were doing out there, honestly.
It's spots like these, though. Like you go to China and like all of a sudden you're skating. You could be skating a simple like ledge, but then this huge crowd comes around you, and it's just like I get it. Like they've never seen it. They want to see it. They're interested, but at the same time, it's like, God, it's so annoying.
It really is.
Especially
so annoying.
when you land it. They don't even know what to clap or what to do.
Sometimes.
They're just like, "What did you just do?" Like they don't know what the final
Out board and landed on it.
Yeah.
They don't understand what the final outcome should be. But
Yeah,
That little mountain in the back, not to cut you off, it reminds me of Matterhorn for some reason.
Matterhorn.
It's just like random.
Disneyland, huh?
Disneyland. We're at Disneyland.
So sick. That was a great kickflip, man. Look at that tweaked. Let's see if I can get a photo. Oh wait, shit. Sometimes I can get a good photo.
I'm pretty sure. I know there was like a calendar or something. Like they used to make calendars back in the day. It was skateboarder calendar. I did because Gaberman shot it, and I think he got me like a calendar or something at one point.
Oh, okay.
I had,
Might have been it.
I remember those calendars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gaberman, man. Hey, shout out Gaberman. Wow, what a talent.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. One of my favorites.
Seriously, what a talent. Is he still around? Do you know? I haven't really heard much about him lately.
He lives in like Sebastopol.
Where the hell's
Where's that?
Yeah, where's that?
Like Santa Rosa, I think. Santa Rosa's.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
That's like where he's from, right? He's from Santa Rosa area, right?
He's from Connecticut.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Like that's where he was like born or whatever. And then I think he came over maybe when he was like out of high school, like I don't know how old, but
I could have sworn I remember footage of him in 4-1 back in the day, and he was skating Santa Rosa Park a bunch.
yeah, he moved up there, I think, with his aunt, I want to say, and then like linked up with Miner, and like they kind of were like a crew back in the day.
Yeah, that's right.
Gotcha.
Yeah, Santa Rosa Park.
What a talented photographer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love his photos.
Seriously.
That's amazing, dude. He became amazing photographer, and Miner became this amazing filmer. What a and they were just amazing skateboarders to start off with.
Yeah, definitely.
That's so sick, dude. I love when skaters just kind of find this other talent in skating to work
And it's
with.
so
you know?
so many have done that.
Yeah, dude.
You
It's
know,
so
from
sick.
Anthony Acosta's, there's so many, dude.
Yeah.
Exactly. Man, I want to be in a calendar. Shit. Gaberman. Shout out Gaberman, man.
Shout out.
Shout out.
Shout out.
This one.
Oh, this
is
Goodness.
pretty loco.
That's got to be a Miner suggestion.
No, Miner was having a baby.
Oh shit! Never mind.
First one.
Yeah.
We were on
Good
the
try,
trip
Kelly.
Yeah.
with Mike Manzuri. He kind of like, but I think actually, I can't remember if it was Joe Brooks or P Stone was like, yo, we got, it might have been P Stone, like, hey, I got this spot, like, we got to check this out, you know? And because we were up there, and Miner sent like Mike to kind of like try to get some like last minute lines and stuff like that. And yeah, God just got brought to that. And,
Jeez.
I think I had to do it twice. I want to say because of maybe I can't remember, but it was something like, I think Manzari was like a little nervous because it was like Miner was like really crazy at those times with like the whole team and like getting everything like really the way he wanted it and everything. He was like really so he was just like, dude, I want to make sure I nailed this or something. And I was like, yeah, try it again.
Oh, maybe he wanted a couple of different little angles or something.
Yeah, I can't remember exactly what's going on, but back then it was like definitely everybody was like kind of going crazy, stable days.
Well, I'm sure like Miner had a certain vision for how the video looked, and probably too for how your tricks are coming in and out of one another as well, you know? I don't know. I'm just.
No, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I can't remember exactly, but I just know like Manzuri was like, man, I think I blew that, or I want to get a different angle, or I can't even remember.
I love Mike Manzuri.
Dude. Yeah, he rips too. He's such a good skater.
Seriously, dude. Why'd you jump off the board? Just because
hitting a truck.
Or no, it looks like you hit a rock or something.
No, I couldn't swerve out. The hill's super steep, and like I couldn't swerve out where that truck was. I'm like kind of a bitch in SF. It's like, dude, those guys are gnarly going down those hills. Like I would just get taken there, and I'm just like, dude, I just like everything's flat where I come from, you know. So,
but dude, you skated the shit out of SF in that part, dude. I was like, you look like you knew exactly what you were doing.
I would stick to like hills that were like more like bumps and like mellow hills. It was never like, I would never bomb hills like those guys do. It's insane. It's very impressive.
No, totally. I would have jumped off the board even sooner than that. I would have been like, no, I'm good. Because those dudes are not. But hill bombing scares me.
Yeah, and I had to go so fast just to clear that I was flying. You know, like I was. If I was to go down that hill, I wouldn't. I don't know how to control myself going that fast. I just don't skate hills. So I was like, fuck it. Like, just cut it.
No, but look at this. You almost didn't even clear it. You barely cleared it.
And running out of that, dude, that definitely fucking is like not the easiest run out of, for sure.
And like we were talking about running downhill, like your ankles are just doosh, 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 you know, the joint. Wow.
Super impressive.
Look at that.
Crazy.
Did you ever hit the rail? I mean, it looks like you just were barely clearing it. I
think I probably clipped it for sure.
Yeah.
But I was going fast enough like the first like few times for sure that like, and I wasn't trying to stick on my board. I was just trying to see if I could jump it.
Right. So, you're taking those.
Yeah, that's the move, is just to go full speed and try to like make sure you clear the rail before trying to actually commit.
Yeah.
Wow. Jeez, dude. All right, one more, dude. We got Let me pick this one. Let's see. Which one do we got? Did I do this one already here? This front side? Okay. This spot right here, LD used to live at the spot. There's rails. It's like a double rail almost right over to the right. Yanni Cruz ollied this thing over there. And we're chilling right by this thing, not even looking at this thing as a spot.
Right.
Not even looking. And here you are front side flipping over it. This thing is massive. I don't think the video even does it justice of how big this thing is.
You have to push as fast as you can just to like get to the other side for sure.
Huge. Like I said, we weren't even looking at that as a spot.
Bro.
Yeah, it looks.
Yeah, before this, I had to, I think I kind of just started riding for Element, and they talked me into doing some Battle of the Barracks thing, and I was just like, oh man, I hate doing that type of shit. And I got super smoked by this kid, Nick Matthews.
He's good.
Yeah, dude, he's so good, and I'm just like, I was all nervous, like, you know, I had to stump along in that environment, so after that, I was just, I don't know, I was like super bummed. That was like another situation. I'm just like, oh fuck, like what a day, you know. And then we get brought to this spot, and ended up getting a clip. So I was just like, you know, wiped away the whole
Sure.
wiped away the whole thing.
I love it, man. I just tripped out when I saw that. I was like, dude, we were literally standing right on top, sitting on that rail.
Is there stairs going down the other way? Okay.
So you can go down, and then I think like there's like little shops down there, like the water's right there too, I think. If you went there, Dubs, you'd be like, yo, how did this dude do this?
Yeah, I could tell.
It's big, especially flat, you know, from flat to flat.
Oh yeah, you have to go faster.
Yeah, and it sucks, like the ones you think you were gonna make, and like you stick, but you clip the stairs, so then you just slam into the others.
Yeah. And that could hurt your ankles too, bro.
Yeah.
Listen, man, phenomenal, bro. Like,
yeah, dude.
Super talented skateboarder, man. I'm so stoked for you, dude, and so stoked for the new shoe, the 508.
Amazing.
Thank you.
What's next, man? What do we got, bro? I mean, I know you're up in Maine. I know it's -15, but like, let's go.
Get new colorways coming?
Yeah, there'll be colorways for sure.
Perfect.
Yeah, the colorways, they rotate, I think, like every 3 months. So they kind of fire them off.
I think that would be almost the funnest part of designing a shoe and having it come out, is then being able to play around with the colors.
You should get crazy with the colorways.
Because the panels that you have going on here, like there's so many options.
Yeah, right? And New Balance has like so much different, like, you know, like they have like, there's like a reflective thing like in the back. So you could fuck with like a lot of different shit.
Yeah. The 3M type shit. Yeah.
Yeah, and like you said, the panels, like you can really like go crazy with it all.
I love it, man. So sick, dude. Congratulations, bro. Amazing. Well deserved, bro.
Definitely, dude.
New Balance 508 available now. That's just my little commercial. Okay. This is like, you know, I don't have to do this, but I'm just saying, go to newbalance.com, pick up your favorite little skater's shoes, bro. Tiago, Brandon Westgate,
Jamie Foy.
Mm-hmm. Those are the three right now.
Hey, and shout out to everybody that works down there, man. Tim,
Tyrone.
Shout out to Tyrone. Tyrone just sent me some shoes recently. Listen,
Levi.
Rothmeyer.
Sebastian. Sebastian.
Listen,
Seb.
people laugh at me, bro, but listen, I love New Balance. Okay, I'm a comfy shoe guy. Okay, and I love the old man shoes, but dude, these shoes right here.
Those are fucking pretty dope.
That's kind of a staple, right? That's kind of like
Tyrone sent you.
Yeah,
those are fucking fly.
Dude, once you wear some like real supportive like New Balance shoes, it really changed your life. Like honestly, I had no idea until I started riding for them and then getting the access. And honest to God, they're like the best shoes.
This is the 996. I think the other one that I had, it was a little more old manish. It was like a 5. It was something 5, started with a 5 or whatever. But
yeah.
I mean, I wore those things into the ground. I mean, these guys see me here. That it was just like, I went from the white ones, they turned brown because they were just dirty. And I just wore them into the ground, dude. And so finally Ty sent me some new ones. I'm like, thank God.
Yeah.
So shout out to everybody at New Balance,
fresh.
dude. Amazing, dude. And Element's going well. I know you got to run here in a little bit, but Element's going good?
Yeah, it's good. They're just, going through the whole like dudes leaving and trying to build it back up and all that. But Yeah, they got some cool things that they've been talking about. So
Sick.
yeah,
I
should be good.
think it's maybe a double-edged sword sometimes when people leave, right? Because sometimes it's like, oh man, where's everybody? Everybody's leaving. But then it's like, hey man, like maybe they put more focus on me.
There's new opportunities.
Maybe there's new
there.
opportunities,
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
kind of double-edged, not a double-edged sword, but kind of like two sides to it.
Definitely, man.
So I'll be looking out for the Element, Brandon Westgate, everything. Yeah,
Everything.
Everything.
Yeah.
Clothes, pants, everything.
You're gonna have to drop them a line, tell them you're looking for my clothing line.
Where are they? Are they down south? Where in California? Where are they?
Yeah, Costa Mesa.
Yeah.
I think, right?
Costa Mesa? That's not
Yeah.
far at all.
They have like the European like distribution, and they're kind of like not in charge, but like probably the people that like making.
Oh yeah,
more than-
more of the calls right now because you have a
Gotcha.
Yako out there, right? You got like
Yeah.
you got a big squad going on.
Rad.
and Matters and
Yeah.
Matters apps, yeah.
yeah.
I love it, man. I love it. I'll talk to him. I got to go up to Nike, talk to Mason about Mason Silva's shoe. So I'm
Yeah, you gotta go. You're gonna go to Adidas,
You
and
gotta
then you're
make
gonna.
some rounds, dude.
who do I got to go to Adidas for?
That's a good question.
I don't know. I was going to
do-
stop by there anyway. So
And you're gonna go to Poods after.
I got to go to
You're gonna go to Poods, and then you're gonna
I'm
go to Hawaii.
I'm
I
walking.
think.
I'm
Yeah.
going
I
to
was
walk.
on there too.
Hawaii was on there, so he's got. You're on the
got a few
list.
styles.
Brandon has no idea what we're talking
Yeah.
about. He's like, I don't know what the hell you're talking about walking up to Portland, but I'm going to go visit.
Hey, you got the walking shoes, so
There
you're
you
good.
go.
You know,
There
you know
go.
why you were going to Adidas? It's this Zach Saraceno.
There it was.
I got to talk to them about Zach Saraceno's colorway.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
So what do I got? Zach. I got to start knocking these things off the list,
Got
man.
your work cut out. for
Yeah,
you.
you really do.
But be expecting a call from Element soon. Listen, Brandon, thank you so much for stopping by and chatting. So much fun. And I hope when everything clears up and you coming back into town, come back and kick it with us again. And dude, come back again and again and again.
All right, yeah, thanks for having me. I really appreciate it, and it's always a good time.
Always
yeah,
a
hell
great
yeah, Brandon.
time, dude. Hey, have fun tonight. I know it's late over there on the East Coast, but dude, have a great night, brother.
Thanks, you guys too.
Hell
Right on,
yeah.
Brandon.
Later, Brandon. Thank you, dude.
Thank you, bro.
Brandon Westgate, everybody, huh?